Hey guys, we're going to start today with a lesson about plotting points. Okay, sometimes we'll use graph paper, but just for today, you can just make a little chart, a little graph on your paper. This is what's known as a coordinate plane. Okay, coordinate plane. That's the graph. So coordinate plane looks like this. Uh, Coordinate plane. And the coordinate plane is created by two axes, right? We have the x-axis, which is this side, and then we have the y-axis, which is this. Okay, so this line is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. Okay, um, and they create what's known as the coordinate plane. All right, so we have four quadrants, right? Quad meaning four, four quadrants, four regions. We have one, two, three, and four. Okay, so the axes, the x and y axes, break this into four regions, right? This should be relatively familiar to you at least. All right, so we got four regions, and my question is, what? There's my eraser. What are these points up here? Okay, what are these points? What are the names of the points? Okay, so we have 3 points. We have a D, E, and F. All right. And when we label points, listen, when we label points, we call them coordinate points, and we label them like this, x, comma, y. And we separate them with parentheses. So we need to count the x-axes first, okay? And even though they're not numbered, this cross right here is known as the origin, right? That's the origin, which is 0, 0. Everything is neutral there. Okay, so let's count the x-axes first. All right, let's start with E. Well, from the origin, we don't go left or right at all. Right, so if we don't go left, this is the negative side, and this is the positive side. Right, this is positive here. This is negative, just like down here is negative, and this is positive. So if we don't go left, we don't go right. That number is 0. Okay, so E starts with a 0 for x because it's on the y-axis. Okay. Now, to find the y value, we're just going to count up to the y. So we go up 1, up 2, and up 3. So it's a positive. We're going up. E is the point 0, 3. Okay, that's how we write it. We write in E parentheses 0 comma 3 parentheses. All right, let's do the same for D then. Right, let's do the same for D. Okay, so this time we always start with the x. We go over 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, right? D is 5. Now, notice that's on the x-axis this time, right? It doesn't go up or down, right? It doesn't go up or down at all. So if it doesn't go up or down, this is going to stay 0 for y. Right? So D is the 0.50. All right, so now let's look at F. F's a little different. Right? F's a little different. Okay, so we count the x's first. Right? So we're going left and right. Remember, we're starting at the origin. Right, well, which way did we move? We went over 1. Right? We went over 1. Right? So it looks like F, the x value, is just 1. Right? So we came over 1. And it looks like we go down 1, 2, right? 1, 2. So if we're going down, that's negative, right? That's negative. So this point F is 1, negative 2, okay? 1, negative 2. And I think my screen is glary there. All right, so we went right 1, so that's positive, but we went down, and that's negative, right? Remember, the right is positive, the left is negative, just like the top is positive and the bottom is negative, okay? So we can go both ways on both axes. All right, so what if we did it differently then, right? We just found all the points for E, D, and F, but what if we did it a little different? What if I said we need to plot them ourselves, right? And I'll explain what that means. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, there we go. What if, excuse me, the instructions told us to plot we're going to plot these points, okay? I want to plot, let's see. Let's go -3, 1. Let's plot, and let's call this, we're going to call this point B, or we'll call this point A, okay? Let's plot point B, which is -3, -4, or sorry, that's +3, -4. And we're going to plot point C, which is -5, +1. Okay, so we're going to put all three of these now on the map. So it's a little different than starting with points on the map. We're kind of doing it backwards. So let's count, all right? Let's start with A. I'll use green this time, or sorry, blue this time. Oh, I used blue there. Let me try this again. Let's try red. So -3, 1. Remember, this is the first number is the x, right? The first number is the x value. So -3, we start at the origin. -3, we're going over left. 1, 2, 3, right? We're going over 3. We're going +1, so we're going up 1, which is right there, right? Left 3, up 1. It looks like this point is point A, right? That's point A right there. -3, +1. Point A. All right, let's try B. B is 3, -4, right? 3, -4. So 3 is positive this time. So let's go from the origin. Let's go to the right. All right. So let's go +3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going -4. Negative is down. So we go down 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that one's down there. It looks like, I have to erase part of this. Looks like it is right. There's -4. Remember, see, it's marking right. Looks like this point right there is point B. That is 3, -4, point B. And I know my screen is, there we go, kind of shiny. All right, we went over 3, then we went down 4 because it was -4. Okay, so C is -5, +1. So -5. Actually, I want to change it. Sorry, I want to make this -5, -1. Let's do 2 negatives there, all right? So -5, we're going to go from the origin. Remember, we always start at the origin. Left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the -1s we go down 1. That is right there. That point is point C. Okay, so once again, we have point A, point B, and point C. Okay, that's graphing or plotting points and reading them from a graph. Okay. Stay with me here. Remember, I know you don't have graph paper right now. Okay, I know you don't have graph paper, so just make a little graph on your paper, right? Shouldn't be too terrible. But I'm going to make up a graph here. I want you to look at them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, that one looked a little sketchy to me. All right. All right, so how about this? I want you to, that's P. That's Q. And that's R. Okay, your job, listen, your job is to tell me what are these 3 points? What are their coordinates? What are their X and Y values? Okay, so that's how we started. And then I also want you to plot, which means you're going to graph these next points, right? Plot S 1, 5. Plot the point U at 0, 4. And then the last, plot point T at -3, 2. Okay, so you have 6 things to do here. Tell me what the coordinates are for P, R, and Q. And then plot these 3 points on your own. Put S at 1, 5, put U at 0, 4, and put T at -3, 2. All right, make sure you bring these with you to class next week.